As you approach retirement, you'll probably eventually ask yourself, will I have enough to retire? There are a lot of factors that go into answering this question, and the answer will be different for everyone, depending on their current situation and plans for retirement. So what are some of the factors that determine how much superannuation you'll need? Likely, the most important factor will be what you plan to do in your retirement. So you'll need to ask yourself some questions like, what sort of lifestyle do you want to live in retirement? How much income will you need to fund that lifestyle? Will you be taking regular holidays in retirement? And if so, are those holidays going to be in Australia or overseas, staying in hotels? Will you be going out for dinner during your retirement? Would you like to spoil your grandchildren? What sort of social and extracurricular activities do you plan to do? Another contributing factor will be how your superannuation is invested in retirement. Depending on the answer to these questions, the amount of super you'll need could differ quite a lot. For that reason, it's not a one-size-fits-all. This is why it's a bit frustrating when there's so much information out there that suggests you need $1 million to retire. Statements like this are general in nature and probably won't apply to your specific situation. It may be the case if you want to go out to dinner multiple times a week, take regular overseas holidays, and you ignore that you may be eligible for the age pension, but maybe that's not you. For example, I might want to travel around Australia and play golf, and I wouldn't need $1 million to do that. So what are some of the factors that determine how much super you'll have at retirement? Again, there's quite a few factors, but here are some of the most important. Firstly, when do you plan to retire? The more time you have between now and retirement, the more time you have to plan for your retirement, and the more time you have to make a difference. How much are you contributing to super? Are you making some contributions yourself, or are you just relying on the contributions that your employer is making on your behalf? How is your super invested? It seems obvious, and it probably is, but the bigger the returns on your super, the more you'll have at retirement. And lastly, what are the fees you're paying? It's not always wrong to pay additional fees. Perhaps paying the additional cost will get you a better outcome overall, but you shouldn't pay extra for the same thing, so it's worth understanding your options. Where to start? To get started, there are some tools like the one I'll link below on the MoneySwipe website that'll give you an idea of how much super you'll need. Ultimately though, it's probably worth having a chat with someone and getting some personalised financial advice based on your specific needs and objectives. We'd love it if you chose us to help, so please feel free to give us a call or book an appointment.